What's up? This is Vanessa with XXL and Moments of Clarity podcast. We're here with Shaheem and Rahman and G Herbo, if you could tell by the mask.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I'll take the mask off so everybody can see me.
We believe it's you. We believe it's you.
No stunt doubles. No stunt doubles. This the real deal.
No, for sure. You know that I do my own stunts, y'all.
There we go.
Tell us where you are. What are you doing? What's going on right now?
I'm in LA currently for about another hour or two because I'm on the way to the airport. I'm about to go to Chicago and go get up with Dirk and Cole Bennett real fast.
New video, huh? For Dirk.
Yeah.
We just talked to Dirk, and he's excited about the new album that's coming in, as well as the video that y'all got together.
Yeah. I'm about to go. Actually, we about to really go do a 2-in-1, man. I'm gonna go shoot Dirk video for his album, and then I got Dirk on my deluxe for PTSD, so we gonna knock both those videos out while we there.
I want to talk just a little bit about the dynamic, man. Like, you and Dirk have been able to, be aligned and just really rep and rise together, man. It's like watching, D Wade and LeBron for the city. Like, how has that been, man? Just having a consistent comrade.
Man, it's so crazy you saying that, bro. Because I was just thinking about this today, literally today. Like, it's crazy, it feels surreal, man. It's a blessing to just know, especially know where I come from. And of course, I know where Dirk come from. For us to be consistently doing this thing that we've been doing for years with all the adversity that we had to overcome, not just myself, but Dirk. Dirk done been to the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Like, we done lost homie after homie after homie and been, hit with so many obstacles that would kind of, break us or stop us from getting to this next level or getting to where we are today, man. And I was literally thinking about it because, it's safe to say that we on a level of success where we could really, build a foundation for years and generations to come, man, for us to take care of our families and our children for a long time. And we brought it from the streets, bro. And I literally was just thinking about this today. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because, we got mansions and $250,000 cars and stuff like that now. And we never thought that we would be able to do this.
Yeah, well, we was having a conversation with Dirk, and I was telling him, man, like, the next 5-10 years are really pivotal, and it's an opportunity for cats in your position to really take over the game. Because when you look at the guys that's leading, I'm not just talking about in record sales and streams, and I'm just talking about in tenure. You look at the Jay-Z's, Puffy's, Dr. Dre's, those guys are 50 and they're going on, in 10 years they'll be 60. Not to say that they still won't be on top, because obviously you can never discount them. They could find a new venture, but for guys that's in their 20s and being in their late 30s, early 40s, in the next 10 years, this is a chance for you guys to really, really make a stamp as some of the new leaders of the game.
Yeah, you're right, bro. These years super critical, man, because a lot of times, with us just being young, we think, oh, man, you're supposed to have fun and just enjoy it, but you're really supposed to make the most out of these opportunities now, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to be 24 again, you feel me? I'm not going to have a lot of these opportunities that I have now, and people willing to really, invest in me, and for me to be able to invest in myself so young, so I can set myself up to be like a Dr. Dre, a Jay-Z when I'm, when I'm 40 and 50 years old. These the years now to do it, like nobody really, and I'm sure they could probably contest to this. I mean, we see it ourselves if you have vision as a person, but when you doing it, when Snoop Dogg and they was creating the Chronic and all that, they was confident in their music, but you don't know 20, 30 years from now that you're going to be considered as one of the greatest to ever do what you do. So that's why it's more important to really take advantage of the opportunities that you have now and really feel like you're doing something that's going to set you up for the rest of your life, because it really will. I want to be considered as a legend 20 years from now, 15 years from now, from the stuff that I did today. So you're right.
I think that's dope, man, because, And you know, thank goodness they didn't keep to this. But you know, when we was coming up, man, we really didn't. The vision wasn't all the way there because you know, like the guys like Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, they really stopped putting out albums at a young age, man. These guys
Yeah,
were like 32. You know that we think about it, like really think
crazy.
about it, Vanessa and Rahman, like Big Daddy Kane and all of them, they probably was like 32, 33 years old when they stopped really putting out new material. But the Jay-Z generation, they took it further. They showed us that, you know, people can still go and people can still excel at a
Yeah,
high level at age 50 or 40 up, man. But you know, a lot of times when we was doing interviews early in the days, like talking to people like Jadakiss and you know some of the guys, they was talking about retiring at 30 years old. Y'all remember that? They
yeah, I do. I do.
30 years old, we retiring. But you know, the game is showing that it's no age limit. As
Nah, it ain't, man, because and you could contest to this. I feel because I mean I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen a lot, and you know the people who last the longest in this game are the people that can withhold pressure, that could take the pressure, could last through adversity, that could reinvent themselves, that could bump into real static or problems or what I'm saying, real like kind of halts or pauses maybe in their career and still find a way to, get through that because nothing easy, nothing worth keeping. I'm a real student of hip hop. I know music. And I remember when there was a time where Jay-Z wasn't considered the best rapper alive or, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't considered the top of the top. It was other people that was there. It was the Waynes and, the people that was going Diamond and Nelly and all those kind of people, and not to discredit them, but now today, everybody look at Hove as God level because he was able to be him and stay doing what he believed in with himself and his career and the path that he was going to set. He set his pace and he stuck to it. He never tried to force it. He didn't have a gimmick. He didn't do no publicity stunt shit. He had the money. He had the resources to do so, but he just believed in himself and where he was going. And those are the people who last the longest to me.
Yeah, and not for nothing, like it's niggas like him who's helping lead the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like who's helping keep the doors open and shit like that.
Exactly.
There was I always thought that the shit was kind of corny when they would always be like, there was certain niggas like, we come from a class like right before y'all, you know what I'm saying? Where, where they was like what Sha was saying, they was on the shit like, oh, when you turn 30, whatever, like you're supposed to be out the game, this and that. And it's like, yo, why would you not want to see niggas continue going on, be successful, get money and shit like that? When they 40, 50 years old or whatever. So we dealt with that period right there, you know what I'm saying, like for a little while.
Yeah.
And like y'all, a lot of y'all, like you are part of like this real big generation that is so important. And like you said, like you're a student of hip hop. So by y'all acknowledging that, y'all saying it in rhymes and interviews and shit like that, y'all a very big part of pushing this culture forward and a very big part of why it is where it is today. Much respect, but y'all really kind of like just put y'all planted the flag in the ground.
Appreciate it, bro. But it's like, I mean, I feel like I'm just a part of something great, like I don't really, like a lot of times I like when people will come and say, yeah, you been like a staple for your generation or something like that, but it's like, even for generations to come, I'm only 24, bro. I've been rapping for like 7 years.
That's crazy.
People probably look at me like OG status type shit, but I'm just learning, bro, as a man, as an artist. I'm just really getting my feet wet, I feel like. And I feel like the only way for me to last and continue to do so is to like to follow the culture, to make sure that I'm showing love to all the younger guys to come that's been looking at me, that want to have the success that I had or even go further than me, or might even want my spot, that may look at me as competition. That's the beauty of hip-hop, for it to stay competitive and to be able to embrace each other. Like I feel the people who stay and stick around and that are important to it are the people that's like not really having egos, that's just in it for either the love of music or the love of where you want to go in life,
Yeah, it's crazy too, because like, like New York niggas, and it's the same thing. Like I'm sure on the Chicago side, like New York niggas got a very strong connection to like niggas from Chicago. Like they got a very strong connection to niggas from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
real niggas and shit like that. So when you definitely come to the music stuff, and you know when y'all be on top of your game, like you on top of your game. You know what I'm saying? Like we always appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
But
mutual love from them.
Do you regret anything over the last 7 years? You like that you haven't done right, that you've done wrong, that you wish you knew more about to do differently, or you're not a regretful type?
yeah, I definitely, I wouldn't probably say I don't really live in regret, but I know it's a lot of things that I could have done better. I could have done, where I could have been more hands on. I feel like if I was in the streets when I started doing music. So if I came into music intentionally wanting to succeed as an artist, like wanting to be famous, wanting to be like a millionaire off of music, I would be much further off because
Right.
I would have made those sacrifices early on. I was still in the streets where I was like, I wasn't taking studio time serious. I wasn't hands-on with my business. Luckily, I just, I always had people around me that care for me genuinely, you know what I'm saying, that'll help me pick up the pieces when needed be. But I wasn't ever hands-on with my business. I could have went and signed to a major and put myself in a fucked up situation, or went and met somebody that put me in a messed up situation, So if I had to have regret, it would have been, if I was to say something I would have did differently, it would have been to be focused from the jump, because I had the potential and I started gaining fans. I kind of forced myself into something that I didn't even want to be. I kind of wanted to be like hood famous, just on some rap shit, telling my story for the people that was around me. And it picked up so quick where it was like people around knew that I could make a life and a career of this before I even decided that's what I really wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me talk about the financial aspect of it, man. Like, a lot of guys, at 24 are really just getting money, but you've been in the game for a minute. Tell us just about, blowing bread and
Yeah.
getting financially responsible, learning from those mistakes. Financially.
It's like I always looked at myself as an adult early on coming into this game or this industry period, and being in the streets, I looked at myself as an adult. So when I was starting to just fucking off on shit, drugs, the lifestyle, I was 17 years old. So when I started to make like big money, hundreds of thousands, I would have this money and then I would go broke. I would see myself going broke. I would have like literally 20,000, 10,000. I just had 300,000. This when I was 17, 18 years old. And it would be like embarrassing because I always hung around older guys, people who had $1 million or people who had hundreds of thousands in the streets, or just people who looked at me as kind of like a person of influence or a big homie at such a young age. And it used to be embarrassing when I used to go broke, but coming from where I come from, for me to be able to be 18 and just blow $300,000 is amazing. It's unheard of. And then even getting older, like I done blew millions of dollars in the street, and I think that just comes from me not being focused early on. And I guess I'm blessed to be so young, by me being 24 now, I ain't really started getting my financial situation like all the way good where I know I'm good until I got like 21 years old, man. And I was young, 20, 19 years old. So it's like, for me to even have this position or be able to have this influence coming from where I come from is unheard of. Nobody never did it. I ain't never have an advance, a label, anything. It was just off me, solely being G Herbo and making money off music, going to do shows and all this shit. And I had my partner JB and Mick, luckily, that just looked out for me without me even looking out for myself, man. But I spent millions of dollars. I blew millions of dollars, and it's unaccounted for. Just having fun and just making mistakes. Bonding people. I used to bond out of jail, bond my brothers out of jail for 100,000, 50,000, 20,000. Go spend 50,000, 70,000 on cars and only have them for not even a whole year. You know what I'm saying? So
but it's funny because we watch that, like we document this, so we watch you guys. We've seen time and time again, and we're like, well, how many people? Like we'll literally sit in the office and be like, how many people did they bring up with them? Not because we don't want to see you come up with 12 people, because we know you're paying for it.
We paying for it.
I mean, we know that, and we look at it and we say they'll learn one day, you know. But it's something that we watch and hope that it doesn't eat you guys alive sometimes, you know.
Yeah, you absolutely right. Be here to kill you, because I've been on the road and I had 15 guys with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not literally knowing that every guy, you might as well just consider him 15,000, 10,000 every person on the road. You 15,000 in here, you got 15 guys with you. You know what I'm saying? So you see what that is. And I'm just blessed to be able to make those mistakes early on. It went from me being 20 deep on the road to literally 10 deep, all employees, literally. You know what I'm saying? 20 deep of my homies, including the employees. So I got to pay for my employees and my entourage. And it went from me literally just having employees. The people who on the road with me are working, and we all working together. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to make those sacrifices, and the people around you got to understand that you're making those sacrifices, and you'll never be able to put them in opportunity until you make those sacrifices for yourself, man. But I literally used to not even go in shows. Like, oh, if you don't let me and 100 people in, I ain't coming in. You know, I was willing to miss my back end, miss my money that they paying for me, for other people who wouldn't do the same for me.
Yo, you don't understand how often, like, we'll do the freshman shows, we'll do stuff like that, and it'll be like he's coming and he's got 15 people. And he's not going to come in if he can't get all 15 in. But you're like, but physically there's a fire hazard, or we don't want to ruin your night, but they're just not going to allow it. And we never understood, like, you know, it's interesting to have the conversation, because I've never heard a rapper speak from that side before, of actually acknowledging.
Yeah, literally.
I had a big crew. I knew I wouldn't come in, you know?
Especially a big show like you guys' show, where it'll be like, I would sometimes go to like venues or clubs and stuff, maybe I would say 15 deep. But on a special show like the XXL show, my entire family, everybody that I grew up with, would want to come out for these shows. And then it's like 50 of us, and it's like I can't say no, because they looking like, bro, you performing for XXL. It's like there's a chance that you may never get, or we may never see anybody have this opportunity again. So I understand where they're coming from, but it's just like they got to understand all the ins and outs of the business. So I wish sometimes people could talk to people like you, so they could understand your point of view of why stuff can't happen that way, you know?
No, I absolutely love to hear you having those epiphanies at some point. You know, you realize, change what I'm doing, change my approach. You know, like I'm a big believer, as you're going to walk into a door over and over again, you're going to have to figure out how to get over or under around that door. If it's not going to open, you have to find a new way. You know, and it sounds like you did that in a few different ways.
Yeah, not to cut you off, I was going to say, here's the question now that we in the age of COVID-19 and the aftermath, I don't even think you'll be able to do that legally now, to bring all the people with you at shows. Like, the whole landscape of live performances is going to change.
Yeah.
I think it's something that's going to last, man. What do you think about that?
I think it'll be interesting. You know, I want to see how it goes. And the way I move now, I don't think it'll kind of affect me in a bad way, you know, so that's cool. And people, we just got to learn how to be creative, man. I think I'm such a thinker, and I always try to find like the best alternative in even the most fucked up situations. So I kind of want to see how this thing is going to work.
But like, even like now, like you was talking about how you move around, like you move differently, like how much you've been traveling, like you move, like
literally, I'm at the airport right now, bro. I'm by myself.
That's real.
Are you
I'm solo. I got my security with me. He's in the airport already, but when I'm traveling, I go alone now.
What is it like to fly? What are the flights like?
If I'm not with my girl, I actually, when I flew from Chicago, I had flew private, but right now I'm about to go to the airport. Last time I was in the airport, it really wasn't that crazy. It was kind of empty.
That's easy on security. That's the best part of that, right?
It's kind of empty, yeah. And so my security is in here with me right now, and we got clear, so I think I'll be able to get like right through. It look empty right now, literally. It look deserted.
I love it there.
It's like all the way deserted right now
I'm fine.
up here at this airport.
Is he allowed to show us? Can he show us an airport inside? Show us the airport.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to. What terminal 4? All right, yeah, this terminal 4 right here. It's literally like even outside, it's so dead right now.
Wow. That's LA. You at LAX?
Yeah, this LAX, bro. You never seen LAX look like this.
Yeah, I used to live out there. That shit never looked like that before.
It's literally like dead, bro.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, that sounds stupid, but wow.
I'm sure they disinfected everything, so it kind of might be safe to travel to the airport right now.
Yeah.
Well, they said this is actually one of the safest times to travel via plane. Like, the planes are the cleanest that they've been in years.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's not that many people on them either.
And there's nobody here, bro. Literally, like, look, you can see my security walking up. It's so empty. You can see him from all the way back there. There's nobody here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you should get the illest first class flight ever. Like,
oh yeah.
You two get the whole first class.
Yeah, for sure. They're gonna give us a whole first class row. They might as well, right? They're gonna give us a whole row. My security know how to work his number, man. He good with talking to people. He probably could do it.
I like those type of people.
Yeah, I love when I got like a security or assistant, somebody with me that I don't even have to talk. They know exactly how to talk to people.
Yeah.
I love that he's by himself with one security dude going on a plane that has nobody. No.
I travel like this all the time now.
Yeah.
I travel alone all the time now. If I'm not with my girl, I don't really travel with too many people, man. Luckily, a lot of my homies starting to get money on their own now. So when I be going places, they be having stuff to do with they on their own.
That's good. Catch up with them.
Yeah, man. So I be chilling. Like when I'm gone, I fly out, and some of my homies will just meet me there. Like people don't, my guys really don't depend on me as much as they used to anymore because I cut it off. I stopped all of it.
PTSD album, man. Been kind of bonkers, bro.
Man, appreciate it, bro. I can't wait till y'all hear this deluxe. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people be saying that because they want their deluxe to just go, but I could bet any one of y'all if y'all want to make like a little cool bet. I bet anybody $100 that the deluxe gonna be better than the original.
How much new materials on it?
I put 14 new songs on there. It's a whole new album.
Wow. Now let me ask you this: is there any thinking to like just put another album out instead of just adding 14 songs to that, or do you do 14 songs for streaming?
I put 14 songs together because I was so passionate about my album and PTSD and what it means to me. These 14 songs fit the criteria of PTSD, and with it being the deluxe, I think it's gonna be it's gonna give it a whole nother life because I put 14 songs that flow into each other the exact same way that my original 14 did, and it's telling the same story, you know, from the same kind. I wouldn't say the exact same story, but it's telling the story of post-traumatic stress disorder from from a different point of view as the first one. You know, I'm kind of addressing it from a standpoint. I think PTSD, the original, I was addressing it from the standpoint of me kind of just being a product of the streets. Now I'm kind of approaching it from being a product of the streets and, you know, being who I am today, an artist, that I can't really think and do things the same as I did before, you know, being in the streets 100%. Yeah. So I honestly think that this album is going to be big, just PTSD and the whole deluxe. And I'm still coming back with more music. You know, I'm blessed to just be able to control my release schedule. So I'm going to keep my same schedule as far as releasing. I'm going to drop my deluxe now. I'll probably come back immediately in the fall, you know. So I don't.
That's crazy, man. That's a double album now.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait for this shit to come out. I'm excited, man. I'm mad as shit. I just left my laptop at home. I just noticed when I got to the airport. I'm pissed.
That hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
Are
I
we
knew
gonna go
it
through
too.
security? Are we going through the machine?
Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all with me through security.
So,
It's quick. Let it look at it. Look at the TSA line. It's literally nobody here.
You got that TSA pre-check?
Why don't we have pre-check though, bro? Yeah,
We got to do it online.
You know, I took a long time to like my agent just not getting all my miles together. I should have 1 million scat miles. I should have all the best shit in the airport. I'm just now getting on top of it.
you definitely have like 1 million miles.
Are we going through the metal detector, and am I excited about that?
Yeah, man. Let me know how it looks on the inside.
All right.
All right. I find this funnier than you guys do.
Never seen it before, so I'm definitely curious.
It's a YouTube video, like what's inside the metal detector.
Alcohol's vault. Made it out. Made it out. I'm just happy to be in the airport. I ain't been in the airport in about a couple months.
That's right, you miss it.
Y'all feel like y'all just went through the airport, man? You see?
Yeah, that was dope.
Kind of into it.
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, we this way, bro. What time? We good. What time? All right, cool.
So who's on this deluxe project, man?
I got Dirk on there. I ain't go feature crazy, man, because I did 8 features on the original. But I got Dirk and Uzi again on this one. I got a new record with Dirk, another record with Uzi. And if I'm not mistaken, 11 records. 13 records, 12 records by myself.
Damn, you just was in your zone, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm rapping, man. I'm making niggas rap, bro.
How much?
I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
How much material is on there? Like reflecting like during this time, or if it's like stuff you recorded like right before then?
It was shit I recorded during the album, and it's new shit that I've been recording now since the release of the album. So I just completed the deluxe. When you say I turned the deluxe in smoke, maybe about a week and a half ago. So yeah, everything up from inspired, or I can't wait for this shit to come out, bro. I'm ready. I ain't gonna lie, y'all got me ready to hit Makeup and tell him to send y'all a link right now so y'all can be listening to this shit.
Where's your favorite place to record? Is it out there in LA or is it in Chicago?
I think it's Chicago. I gotta go record a album in Chicago, at least a couple songs. Chicago. I like to record wherever Southside at too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Wherever I'm at in the studio with Southside, we always catch a good vibe.
That's dope. That's dope.
But if I had to choose, though, Chicago. I do a lot of recording in LA too, so I recorded probably like 40. Most of it. Y'all still here?
Yeah.
We lost you a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm here. That's probably because I was going through all tunnel with all these stores and electronics and shit. Might have fucked up my service.
Yeah, you was just telling us just the vibe of Chicago, man. What is that vibe like?
I think it bring me closer to home, you know, and just closer to everything that I know, and I like to stay connected to like the streets and what my homies doing, and you know, the new slang and shit like that. So I think it's just a way for me to, you know, please the people. I don't ever really want to lose connection from, you know, my fans. That's like my fans. What time y'all close the gate? Okay. I think, yeah, but I was saying, I think recording in Chicago just bring me a little closer to, you know, the hood a little bit. LA be cool, all the other places be cool, but I gotta record in Chicago. I be wanting to feel the energy. You know, my homies in there. I just want to feel that energy.
What entertains you on the plane? If you're like me, I go right to sleep even before.
I don't do nothing on the plane but go to sleep, bro. Literally.
That's me. That's me.
As soon as I get on the plane, I'll probably listen to music out of all million times I've been on the plane. I probably stayed up to listen to music. I could count on like probably on both hands out of a million times, probably 10 times.
That's me. I'm gone, man. I get to sleep before we even take off. It's been flights where I pick up. I was like, when we taking off, they're like, nah, we landed. We here. I'm like, all right, let's get to it.
I don't even notice until we land, bro. Literally, I go right to sleep. Even when I ain't sleepy, I still go to sleep.
Let's get to it, man.
I force myself to sleep, bro.
Have you watched The Last Dance?
Yeah, man, I was watching it yesterday. I ain't caught up. I know it's 6 episodes out now. I think I'm on episode 4 now. That shit crazy.
Man.
I didn't know that Mike was a real dog like that, bro. Like, y'all saw it firsthand. You know how we could say we know what LeBron is. You don't really know what Mike is unless you see the games, bro.
Nah, Mike was serious. Mike was ready to die about the
game. He was something different for real. Like, I didn't even know coming out from college. Like, he was always that good, bro. I thought he got that good in, like, the early 90s. He was that good since he touched the league.
The GOAT from the start.
I never knew that. You know, I like, from vice versa, you would see, like, the way, you can't even say ain't nobody dominated the league the way Mike dominated the league, how they said on this shit, how they said Magic and Bird and all them knew exactly what he was going to be as soon as they seen him play. We ain't seen nothing like that yet.
I thought Rahman came off real good in the documentary too, because, you know, a lot of people Rahman from just being famous.
I probably was one of them people that definitely you won't really, and you can't judge nobody unless you kind of get a perspective of, you know, what they are and where they come from. And a lot of times, you know, people always got a story. So yeah, I ain't know that. I fuck with Rahman though. I fuck with Rahman now. And then Scotty, I didn't even know Scotty was like that hard. Like, he was good, and how they was, you know, the league was treating him. That take a real dude. He really genuinely loved Mike and what they stood for as a team to go through that shit, bro. A lot of people won't go do that.
Yeah.
Was your fam? I mean, obviously, like, it is so big for like Chicago. Like, was your family like real big, like Chicago Bulls fan?
Yeah, of course, especially during the Derrick Rose era. You know, with Derrick Rose, nobody besides Jordan and Rose ever had that effect on Chicago. Like, Derrick Rose had a real effect on Chicago, bro. I don't give a fuck who you. Everybody from Chicago gonna name Derrick Rose as one of their favorite point guards because he did something that we haven't seen. He gave the city hope. We thought we could win a championship off Derrick Rose. You feel me? Like, he gave the city hope. Ain't nobody gave the city hope like that.
I'm happy he's still balling too, man. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You can't count him out. He's still hooping, man. Pooh gonna always, he got that dog in him. So I feel it's always just his mentality. We'll get discouraged, just us as people, especially coming from Chicago. We'll get discouraged of all the stuff that we had to overcome. And then when we get that success, first where we come from, it's like, it's anything that rather than being still in Chicago is a success story. So a lot of times when people don't really appreciate your success story, or you know what I'm saying, take what you did for granted, you will lose yourself. You'll get discouraged. That's anybody just being human, you know what I'm saying? But once you get your mind together and know what you are and where you want to be, bro, you could do it. You see Derrick Rose back hooping, back an all-star.
Yeah, he out here busting ass right now.
Yeah.
Look like you about to get on that bird.
Oh yeah, no, they ready to put me on the plane now, man. He doing something, probably trying to figure out if we finna get these whole rows on first class, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, we've been doing a gang of, you know, we spoke to a lot of niggas over the course of these like years. This is by far like one of the most interesting, creative conversations ever. We talking, you brought us through the fucking security shit.
Love, bro. Love. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I love talking to y'all though, man. Y'all get it, bro.
Yeah, you know, we was over at Revolt, you know, you covered
Yeah.
what you had did those couple times, whatever. I thought that was real dope. You know, we also did that show, Chicago Love. And you know, we spoke to you about that, and you know, I think it's real dope that, like you were saying about how young you are and stuff, and you got that energy, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of niggas don't have that mentality at that age.
Appreciate it, bro. But I ain't even look at it like, man, when I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm so young. People used to tell me that, and I'm not looking at it like, I'm like, bro, I ain't got that much time.
Nah, it's important. It's important. Y'all the leaders of this culture.
The more I understand and like learn life, I see like, no, the niggas really young, bro.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. Like you,
love, bro.
You right on it. You on the path to being Chicago greats. For real.
And we gotta connect though, man. When it's over with, get some face-to-face action, man.
100.
Yeah, you know Mick, that's my man from way back.
Oh yeah, man. You know Mick always talking about you, bro.
Oh yeah, that's my dude.
Nigga, Mick always talking about you, bro. I'm about to go get over him now, though, man. When we get to Chicago and shit.
All right, man. I'm gonna reach out to y'all.
All right, appreciate it, man. I'm finna get on Mick, man. Tell him send y'all some music or something, man.
All right, cool. Have a safe flight, man.
Be safe. Thank you.
All right, V. Appreciate it. All right, see y'all.
All right, see you soon.